Good morning, my Marley May. How are you? Did you have a good night's sleep? I certainly take my glasses off. Too much shine on it. Did you have a good night's sleep? I hope so. Well, today it is raining and raining, but you have lots of rain in your home, so it's not really different for you, is it? But it's lots of rain here for us. The fish pond is full, the sea is full, the lake is so full that it broke its banks and emptied out. There's fish going everywhere, there's birds. So yes, very, very wet over here. And because it doesn't flood and we don't get a lot of rain here all the time, that there are some houses. I sent your mummy an article that was a poor house that was floating down the river. Goodness me. So today, on this rainy, rainy day, I have a story for you. And you've got this book at home, so your mummy can read it to you as well. So Nanny Deb's got a very special Australian book called Possum Magic. When your mummy was a little girl and your Uncle Ben, they had this book as well. So it's very special for Australia. Possum Magic by Mem Fox. That's a nice word, nice name, isn't it? Mem Fox. We have lots of stories, and I love these pictures. Oh, there's reflection there. I love these pictures, they're just beautiful. Nanny Deb's trying to paint some watercolours. You might get a surprise. Might get a surprise if they're any good. You can see there's a little hammock and a cover. And that looks like Mummy Possum and a baby possum. Once upon a time, but not very long ago, deep in the Australian bush, lived two possums. Can you see? One, two. Two possums. Their names were Hush and Grandma Poss. I like that, Grandma Poss. Oh, so that must be Grandma Poss with glasses on, like your Nanny Deb. And Hush, a little possum, like you. Grandma Poss made bush magic. She made wombats blue and kookaburras pink. She made dingoes smile and emus shrink. But the best magic of all. Hang on, we have to see the pictures, they're beautiful. Wombats blue. Oh, what did she make pink? Kookaburras. Kookaburras pink. She made dingoes smile. Oh, they've got sharp teeth, haven't they? And emus shrink. Oh, there she is, doing her bush magic. Wow. But the best magic of all, oops, the pages are stuck together. The best magic of all was the magic that made Hush invisible. Can you see? There's some books. Magic, magic, magic. Magic, magic, magic. And look, there's Hush. His tail's disappeared. His body's disappeared. And he's disappeared. But we can still see him. But there's no colour on him, so he's invisible. Wow, looks pretty good, huh? Pretty good. I wonder what Hush is going to do when he's invisible. What adventures Hush had. Because she couldn't be seen, she could be squashed by the koalas. There's a big, sleepy, fat koala and eating. But uh-oh, look, Hush has been squashed, his tail sat on. He can't get out. Goodness me. Because she couldn't be seen, she could slide down the kangaroos. There's a red kangaroo. Whee! She's going to slide and then jump all the way over her friends. the echidna, the koala, and another 2 possums. They're her friends. They're looking. Where is she? Where is she? I don't actually know if Hush is a he or a she. That's why I keep calling them he and she. Because she couldn't be seen, she was safe from snakes, which is why Grandma Poss made her invisible in the first place. Oh, look at that snake. He's got a hungry face. Looks a bit frightened. But Hush is invisible, which is good. Do you know what sound a snake makes? I didn't hear. Don't you know? That's because maybe you don't have snakes in England. We have lots of snakes in Australia. Snakes go sss, sss, and their tongue goes well, it doesn't really make that sound, but it goes snake. So snakes, when they put their tongue out, they can feel where their little prey is, like little mice that they want to eat. Then they can chase them. And they would eat little Hush. I suppose everything has to eat, doesn't it? It's not very nice, but everything has to eat. But one day, quite unexpectedly, Hush said, "Grandma, I want to know what I look like. Please, can you make me visible again?" That would be hard, not knowing what you look like. "Of course I can," said Grandma Poss, looking over her glasses, like Nanny Deb does. And she began to look through her books. You can see, there's Grandma Poss brushing her teeth in the reflection in the pond, but there's Hush. You can't see Hush. He's invisible. Keeps him safe, but it's nice to be seen, isn't it? It's nice when you get up in the morning, your mummy can see you and say, "Good morning, my darling Marley May." She looked in this book and she looked in that. There was magic for thin and magic for fat. Nanny Deb likes those. There was magic for tall and magic for small, but the magic she was looking for wasn't there at all. Can you see? She's looking in all of her books and reading. There's Poss. It's invisible up the top. There's all their friends down the bottom. What is she doing? What's she doing? Oh dear. I wonder where she's going to find it. Grandma Poss looked miserable. "Don't worry, Grandma," said Hush. "I don't mind." But in her heart of hearts, she did. See? Look, poor Grandma Poss. She looks so worried. And there's little Hush on top. He's a good little Hush that said, "I don't mind, it's okay." But he did. See? He looks looks a bit shiny. He looks a little bit sad, doesn't he? Bit sad. Can you make a sad face? "I saw a face from you yesterday, Missy, when you smacked your mummy. What was that face I saw? You look like this." Very cranky. Nanny Deb shouldn't laugh. I'm sorry, I said that's very naughty, Marley May. Very, very naughty. You be nice to your mummy. She's the best mummy of all. All night long, Grandma Poss thought. The next morning, just before breakfast, she shouted, "It's something to do with food. People food. Not possum food. But I can't remember what. We'll just have to try and find it. People food. Wow, people food, like toast or eggs. What kind of people food? Cereal? What do you have for your people food? Do you have some mashed bananas? Your mummy makes some delicious things, doesn't she?" So later on that day, they left the bush where they'd always been to find out what it was that could make Hush seen. See? What are they in? It looks like they're in their little burrow or in their hollow. And here's Grandma Poss on a bicycle. Wow. She's got sneakers on. She looks... she hasn't got a helmet. Oh my goodness. But there's Poss, Hush, on top. She has basket at the front. That looks like Poppy Brett's bicycle. It looks like your mummy's bicycle. Do you sit in the back here? Is that where you sit? With your daddy? Or do you sit on the top and hang on tight? I can't wait to see you on your bicycle. Can you see where they've gone? They've gone to the pictures. They're sitting in at the movies. You haven't probably been to the movies yet, have you? No, that'll be exciting when you're older. So it's like when you sit and watching television, you have a snack. Nanny Deb's going to send you over some nice things that you can sit and watch television. Not just me reading stories to you all the time. Can you see? They're sitting on seats, eating popcorn and lollies, watching a big giant television screen. It's called a cinema. They ate Anzac biscuits in Adelaide. They ate Mornay and Minties in Melbourne. Steak and salad in Sydney. And pumpkin scones in Brisbane. That's all people food. That's all delicious. Can you see? There she is. That's the Harbour Bridge. That's near when you come to visit Nanny Deb and Poppy Brett. You'll fly over that bridge and then drive over it. She's on her bicycle, trying to get places. Oh, here they are, eating Anzac biscuits and pumpkin scones. Delicious. Pumpkin scones, yum. But Hush remained invisible. Don't lose heart, said Grandma Poss. Let's see what we can find in Darwin. Oops. Wait. Had to get comfortable. Can you still see? Yes. It was there in far North Australia they found a Vegemite sandwich. Have you had a Vegemite sandwich yet? Grandma Poss crossed her claws and crossed her feet. Are you doing that? You crossing your fingers, crossing your feet. Hush breathed in deeply and began to eat. A tail. A tail, shouted the possums together. For there it was, a brand new visible tail. Wow, can you see? Eating a Vegemite sandwich. It's got a tail. Who would have thought? Goodness me, look how happy Grandma Poss looks. Wow. You're going to have to eat a Vegemite sandwich now. Later on the beach in Perth, they ate a piece of pavlova. You have to have pavlova when you come over. It's yummy, it's soft and creamy with lots of fruit on top. Hush's legs appeared. So did her body. You look wonderful, you precious possum, said Grandma Poss. Next stop, Tasmania. And over the sea they went. Can you see now? They're eating pavlova. I can see a body. They left a bit of a mess on the umbrella. See a body? Oh, look. Grandma Poss having a sunbake. And now they're going overseas in an umbrella. There's an apron. That's a sail, and they're floating across. Tasmania is a little country, it's part of Australia, but it's a little island, and it's at the very bottom of Australia. It is very cold and wet, but it is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It is very different to the mainland. They do delicious cheese and wine. In Hobart, late one night, which is in Tasmania, in the kitchens of the casino, they saw a lamington on a plate. Have you ever had a lamington? Lamington's like a cake, and it's been dipped in chocolate sauce and then rolled in coconut. Very special in Australia. Well, it's not really special, but everyone has them. But it's still yummy. Hush closed her eyes. Are you closing your eyes? Nanny Deb is. You open one eye and then the other? I can't open that without moving my mouth. Try. No. Grandma Poss held her breath and waited. Can you see them? That's a lamington. It's a cake with chocolate sauce and coconut on. She's holding. Oh, she's crossing her claws. Look at him eating. All he needs now is his head. It's worked! It's worked! She cried, and she was right. Hush could be seen from head to tail. Grandma Poss hugged Hush, and they both danced. Here we go round the lamington plate till early in the morning. Can you see them? Yay, they're dancing. Oh, that looks so exciting. Do you dance like that? Yay! Hooray, people food is magic. From that time onward, Hush was visible. But once a year on her birthday, oh, Hush is a girl. She and her Grandma Poss ate a Vegemite sandwich, a piece of pavlova, and half a lamington just to make sure she stayed visible forever. And she did. Can you see their friends? There's the koala eating pavlova, some lamington with the echidna. There's a wombat with a lamington. And there, oh, I can't see. There is Poss. You see her? She's eating lamington too. Oh, Grandma Hush looks so excited. How nice. I think they're delicious things to have on your birthday. I wonder if your mummy might make a lamington. I wonder if I could post you a lamington. That would be exciting, wouldn't it? I have to see if I can do that because, you know, you're going to be 1 year. You are 1 year old. It's been 1 year since you've been born. Wow. I have so many hugs stored up and kisses stored up, ready to smother you when I see you. And there is Australia. Can you see? This is where Nanny Deb and Poppy Brett live. It's where your mummy was born. So they have pavlova. They went around. This is called the Australian bite. And it looks like someone went, hum, took a bite out of it. What did they have? They had pumpkin scones? No, they didn't. They had Anzac biscuits, didn't they? Yes. That's Perth. Come around this way. And then they went up to the top of Australia where they had Vegemite sandwich and their bicycle and came back down again. So in August, Poppy Brett and I, we're going to fly up here right underneath Grandma Poss. And we're going to spend a month up there having a look around. Nice. Take some pictures for you. Well, I loved that book, Possum Magic. So your mummy's got it for you and she can read it to you. And you can say, I know what happens next, Mummy, because Nanny Deb told me. Okay. I love you very much, Marley May. Look, see the picture up there? Look, there's Nanny Deb right in the very corner. Took that picture down in Victoria, down the bottom of Australia. All right. Love you very much, my little darling scrumdiddlyumptious. 2 Nanny Deb kisses. And I'm trying to find some Australian stories, songs that I can sing. It's a little bit hard, but they're kind of the same as the ordinary stories, but they've put Australian words in it. Anyway, I'll keep looking. Nanny Deb kisses. Do you remember? I have a little song that I can sing for you. I wonder if your mummy remembers it. It's when you're going to go to bed. You say, here's a little girl who's ready for bed. Lays on her pillow her weary head. Get rid of those. Pulls back the covers. So warm and tight. There she stays and sleeps all night. Morning comes, she opens her eyes. Back with a toss, the covers fly. Jumps out of bed, get dressed and away. There she goes and plays all day. Let's see if your mummy can sing that for you. All right, ready? We'll do slow kisses this time. Mwah, 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 mwah. Can you do that? Can you show me? Mwah, 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 mwah. I'll send a great big one for you. Mwah. Did you get that? Right on your cheek? I hope so. You be a good girl for your mummy today and a very good girl for your daddy because he's looking after you because your mummy's going to work. Okay, she's going to go and help people and save them because when they're poorly, they have to go to hospital. So your mummy takes good care of them, puts them in a special truck, makes sure that they're all safe, and then takes them to hospital and they can get better. Okay. And your big sister Flo, she's there as well. Okay. Hello, Flo, if you're watching this. Okay. I think that's about it. I haven't really got any news to tell you. We're packing up the house. It's still really rainy. It's going to be rainy all week. We're going to have one nice day this week where we can do the lawns and do some mowing and gardening. Okay, well, I hope it's a nicer day where you are on the other side of the world. I'll talk to you soon. All right, I love you very much, Marley May. All right, bye-bye.